Good afternoon all. In the series of DSC second, today let me see the new topic, that is bivariate continuous probability distribution. Okay. So bivariate continuous, over here again if you observe the name of the topic, there are four different terms. So bivariate, in bivariate again I have two terms, bi and variate. So it is bivariate, bi means two and variable means variable, and variable means the entity which changes its value. Okay, and the constant which doesn't change its value. For example, suppose the random variable x, that is your height, so or your weight or your age, it will be changing quantity, isn't it? So that is a variable. Fine. So bivariate continuous, the data set which is uncountably infinite number of points, uncountably infinite number of points are called as continuous random variable. Then probability, probability means the chance of getting any particular thing or event, chance of getting any particular point or chance of getting any particular event is nothing but probability. And distribution means we can distribute the probabilities among the random variables, hence the probability distribution. Getting the concept? So bivariate continuous probability distribution. That means over here we will observe or we will study the continuous variables, two continuous variables. Okay, we will study the probability distribution of two continuous variables and related terms and related terms. Okay, so the first definition is continuous bivariate random variable. Continuous bivariate random variable. So a random variable, suppose x of u and y of v, or x of, say, these are the sample points. Okay, so x of u and x of v are two bivariate variables, and these are called as bivariate continuous random variable if it contains uncountably infinite number of continuous points, uncountably infinite number of points, then it is called as bivariate continuous random variable. Okay, so for example, suppose we can take the height and weight of a student, height and weight of a person. Then since we are considering 2 points, it is height and weight, it is bivariate. Suppose we can take suppose I have divided the students into categories as male and female, that is my random variable. And y is whether y is the random variable, that means whether they are using Android or not. Okay, whether they are using Android or not, Android mobile or not, that is your regular mobile, or they are not using any mobile. Getting it? So that is my x and y. This is my x is nothing but text and y is nothing but over here the use of your mobile phone. Okay, so that is nothing but bivariate continuous or continuous bivariate random variable. Okay, now let me have the next definition, that is joining the probability density function, or two-dimensional probability density function. So join probability density function, or you may have two-dimensional also called as joint period. So let x comma y be a bivariate continuous random variable. Let x comma y be a bivariate continuous random variable with a function, say f of x comma y, with a function, it is a function of x and y, which is f of x comma y. This f of x comma y is called as joint probability density function if it satisfies the condition, and the conditions are, the first condition is f of two-dimensional probability density function. Two-dimensional probability density function. Okay. Now, in this topic, we needed to solve the bivariate integral or joint integral. Okay, so how we solve this? Double integral. So how we solve this? So there are some rules for solving the integral. That means, suppose it is xy, f of x comma y. Then we need to take x first and then y. Okay. This is again equal to integration over y x. Okay. Or I will write this over here. So this is equal to integration over y x, f of x comma y. Since the inner integral is now y, we can take dy over here and then dx. These two probabilities or these two double integrations are equal. These two double integrations are equal. The second, suppose I can replace the value of y which belongs to the function of x1 and function of x2. Function of x1, x2. That means the values of x. So y is a function of x. Then over here, and x is the constant term. That means suppose AB. That means it is suppose AB. Okay. Then the integral can be solved as, we can take the constant integral as outer integral and inner integral as the function. So g of x1, g of x2, then f of x y. Observe that since g of x1, x2, still they are the functions of x, but they are the range of y, hence we take dy first and then dx. Dy first and then dx. Okay? So I can solve in this manner. Or we may have the case as x is the function of y, g of y1, g of y2, and y is function of constant. Then we can solve the integral as the constant is outer integral, inner integral is function. Okay? So g of y2, f of x comma y. Since this is of these are the values of x, so dx and dy. Okay? So these are some rules of solving the double integral. That is, if any variable is function of other variable, then we can take the inner integral as that particular value, and the outer integral is of constant value. Okay. So let me have one example. Verify whether given function is the joint PDF of x comma y. So I need to check whether this function is joint PDF or not. So the function is x squared plus xy divided by 3. For the range of x is in between 0 to 1. The range of y is in between 0 to 2 is equal to 0. So this is the function which you have given, and I need to check whether this function is joint PDF or not. So to check this, I need to have the first condition is f of x comma y is greater than or equal to 0 for all values of x and y. So check whether the values are the f of x comma y is greater than or equal to 0. So suppose the value of x is 0, then obviously it gives the answer as 0, which is greater than or equal to 0. If the value of x is 1, then what we get? It is 1 square, that means positive, plus y by 3. Okay? So this is a positive quantity because y is positive. Okay? Observe the values of y. The values of y are also positive since they are from 0 to 2. That means our f of x comma y is strictly greater than or equal to 0 for all values of x and y. So the first condition is satisfied. So for second condition, the second condition is integration over xy f of x comma y dx dy is equal to 1. I need to check whether this is equal to 1. So let me check it. So integration over range of x. So what is range of x? Over here range of x is 0 to 1 and range of y is 0 to 2. So 0 to 1, 0 to 2. Then we place f of x comma y. F of x comma y is this. There is no any constant quantity in common. So I have f of x comma y dx dy. So calculate this value. So to calculate this value, okay, so let me solve this integral now. So this is equal to now we have so the integral. So integral is over here. Since the inner integral is with respect to x, we solve this with respect to x square. So integrate this with respect to x. So what is the integration of x square plus xy by 3? The integration of x square is x cube by 3 plus over here it is y by 3, which is constant. And the integration of x is x square by 2 and the range is 0 to 1. Okay. I only solve the integration with respect to x. Okay. And the y is as it is. Y is considered as constant. Okay. So y is considered as constant and we can take the integration of x only. Okay. So let me put the values now and dy as it is. Okay. So 0 to 2. I can put the value of x as 1 over here. So what we get, it is 1 by 3 plus y by 3, 1 by 2, half. Okay. And if I put 0, it gives me answer as 0. dy. Okay. Now take the integral with respect to y. What it comes, observe. So 0 to 2, the integration of 1 by 3 is 1 by 3y plus, again it is 6, 1 by 6 into integration of y, which is y square by 2, 0 to 2. Okay. Now, this is equal to, if I put the value of y as 2, what we get, it is 2 by 3 plus I have next value as y square, that is 4. So 4 divided by 6 into 2, that is 12. Okay, so what we get, 2 by 3 plus, it is 1 by 3, isn't it? So 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3, it is 3 by 3 and hence it is equal to 1. That means the second condition is also satisfied. And hence, since both the conditions are satisfied, we say that the given function is to join the PDF of x comma y. Join the PDF of x comma y. Okay. Now, let me have the second example. Let a PDF of x comma y be. So we have given a PDF. So f of x comma y is equal to c for the range of x is in between 5 to 10 and the range of y is in between 4 to 6. Okay. And 0 otherwise. Then we need to find the value of c and probability of x less than y. Okay. So you need to find the value of c and probability of x. So the problem over here is, I have given the joint period. I know that this is the joint period. That means it must satisfy two conditions, our two conditions in the definition. So to solve or to find the value of c, we need to consider the second condition of period. So the second condition of period is integration over x y, f of x comma y dx dy, this is equal to 1. Therefore, the integration of over x it is 5 to 10 and over y it is 4 to 6. Okay. And f of x comma y since it is c constant, it comes out from the integration sign. dx dy is equal to 1. So we can solve this integral. So this is equal to now. So let me solve this integral as c as it is, then 4 to 6 integral as it is. Now with respect to dx, I get only the term as x and the range is 5 to 10. Okay, so 5 to 10 is equal to 1. Therefore, c 4 to 6 dy. Okay, so what do we get now? So 10 minus 5. So 10 minus 5 dy. Okay, so after simplification, we get this as 4 to 6. 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 dy is equal to 1. Okay, so what do we get? C. So 5 c, the integration of dy is y, 4 to 6 is equal to 1. Okay. Now, solve the integral. So 5 c, we have 6 minus 4 is equal to 1. So 5 c, 6 minus 4 is 2 is equal to 1. And hence we get this as 10 c is equal to 1. And hence c is equal to 1 by 10. Getting from this? So my f of x comma y is 1 by 10 over here. Okay, fine. Now, I need to find the probability. So over here, probability is probability of x less than 1. Okay. So since the boundary is placed on the value of x as well as y, over here observe the values. So the values of x are 10. Okay. So up to 4 to 6 I have the values of y, and from 5, so over here it is 5. So 5 to 10 there are values of x. Okay. But since the condition is later as x is less than y, that means over here I need to find the probability of x and y as observe the value. So since x is less than y, we cannot go beyond the values of y. So since we cannot go beyond the values of y, we first take the values of x and the values of y as c. We can take the values of x as 5 to 10. Okay. So this is 5 to 10. Then what is the value of y? We cannot take the values of y as 4 to 6. They are only between 4 to 5. Okay. So that means y is in between 4 to 5 and x is in between 5 to 10. Or we may take, see, or we may take the range as, observe, we may take the range as x is less than y, as it is. Okay. So suppose x is less than y, then and y, the range of y is, we need to calculate the range. Since x is less than y, we need to take the lower range, and the lower range of x is 5. So it is 5 to y. And the range of y over here is, since we over here we take the range of x is up to y, the range of y is starting from 5 to 6. Because we can consider the range of x from 5 to y, and hence we cannot consider this slot because this slot is not in the range of x. We consider only this part which is common to y and x only for the range of y. So that means this is equal to integration over x y f of x comma y dx dy. So over here we can replace the range of x and y as the range of x is 5 to y. Since it is a function of y, we take it as in the integral, and 5 to 6 which is constant as outer integral. F of x comma y, that is c, and the value of c is 1 by 10 dx dy. So we need to solve this integral. So probability of x less than y, this is equal to 1 by 10 5 to 6, and dx is nothing but we have the integral as x dy 5 to y. Okay, so this is nothing but 1 by 10 5 to 6. We have y minus 5 dy y, and we can subtract the lower range, so it is minus 5. So what we get now, 1 by 10, it is integration of y, that is y square by 2 minus 5y 5 to 6. Okay, so that means it is 1 by 10. We have the value of y as 6 over here, so what we get, 6 square, that is 36 divided by 2 minus 5 into 6, that is 30, plus take the put the value of y as 5, so 25 by 2 minus plus I have 5 into 5 as 25. Okay, so solve this as 36 by 2 plus 25 by 2. What it comes here. So it is 61 by 2 minus 30 plus 27. So it is minus 3. So what we get now? So this is equal to 1 by 10. I have 2, 61 minus 10. So what we have? 1 by 20, 51 minus 10. So it is 41 divided by 20. Okay. Getting the concept? So that is the answer for probability of x less than y. Now the next concept which we have is distribution function. Distribution function dx, or it is also called as CDF, that is cumulative distribution function. Cumulative distribution function, that is CDF. So let's define it. Let x comma y be a binary continuous random variable. We Now, the distribution function or CDF denoted as f of x comma y is defined as f of x comma y is equal to double integration over minus infinity to x minus infinity to y f of x comma y dx dy. So over here we can take minus infinity to x, that is upper bound is fixed as x, and for the second integral the upper bound is fixed to y, and that is nothing but my joint distribution function. Over here, the properties of joint distribution function for both, that is union and biovariate, are same. The first property is f of x comma y is strictly, it is a non-decreasing function. It is a non-decreasing function. Then second will be it is a non-negative function. Then third will be if x comma y are continuous, then this distribution function is also continuous, and the last will be f of minus infinity gives me 0, and f of infinity gives me 1. So these are the properties. First property it is non-decreasing, it is non-negative. Then if x and y is continuous, then your distribution function is also continuous. And the last property is f of minus infinity is always 0, and f of infinity is always 1. So this is the end of my today's lecture. In today's lecture we have seen what is the continuous bivariate probability distribution, then the definition of bivariate continuous random variable, then the definition of joint probability density function and examples based on the same, and the definition of distribution function or cumulative distribution function with the properties of same. Thank you.